I wanted to share interesting testimony about what happened once. To me, it was quite interesting. Um, I'd been spending a lot of time with the Lord, okay, a lot of time, and I guess doing a lot of worship, reading Bible, praying, and just spending time with Him. And finally, I thought I'll come out of the house. I'd been sort of a bit of a hermit, hadn't really left, and I went across the road to the takeaways to get some food, have something to eat. Anyway, I was sitting down and I'm just sitting there, and I could feel the presence of God on me, and it was really, really. I could feel the presence of God on me most of the time ago. It was pretty awesome. I was sitting there, and the presence of God was on me, and these people were there in the takeaways, and they're swearing and swearing. These kids, they only looked like teenagers, but one looked like she had a kid. Anyway, they were swearing and swearing and swearing and swearing, and finally this girl's going, "Stop it, stop swearing." And they kept swearing. She goes, "Stop swearing." And then finally she goes, "Stop swearing. That guy over there, he might be a Christian." Why isn't that? Well, that's a bit weird, eh? Anyway, she goes, and then she looks at me and she goes, "Are you a Christian?" And I said, "Yeah, I am a Christian." It was weird. It was really weird. Anyway, she was getting all convicted and everything about me being a Christian, which is a bit weird because she doesn't know from about so. But anyway, they stopped this swearing, and I thought, oh, that's funny. Anyway, so that was cool. Um, Weird things used to happen to me when I would spend time with God, like lots of time with the Lord, and then go out in public. People used to, I'd be walking down the street, just walking down the street shopping, and I feel the presence of God on me, and people coming the other way in the opposite direction used to sometimes like absolutely spaz out, like really, really lose it. I'm talking like just launch into total profanity and uh, like lose it. We call it manifesting, okay? It's manifesting. That means all the demons in them just rock up big time, and they can't handle it because they're demons. It's not them; it's the demons in them rocking up. And I found that happened a lot. I had heaps of it. I'd even be driving in my car past people and it would happen. It would just, oh, it was crazy. It was fun. I used to think, oh, I got so used to it, I just didn't really care anymore. And people just used to go off, and so I got quite used to that. Okay, so that when you have God's presence on you, that demons and spirits around you, and that are in people, okay, are affecting their lives. They start to lose the plot around you. They can't help it. They can't hold in. The demons hate you so much, and they just start really going loose. And yeah, I had circumstances where I was in the queue, in a queue, supermarket queue, and people, the presence of God would be on me and getting stronger and stronger, and people around in the queue, like in front of me, could feel it, and they would sort of turn around and and they would stand next to you. It was really weird. They're trying to always come up to you and stuff like that because they like it. They don't know what it is. Yeah, so that was funny. I used to like going in queues. That was actually quite humorous, just to see what happened. Um, but one time, this is a really good story. I was I don't know where I was. I think I was shopping or something. Anyway, I ran into this guy, and this was on a day where I had spent a lot of time, okay, with the Lord. And this guy comes up and goes, he used to be a friend. He used to actually, he was a Christian, okay, so, um, and he was having a bit of a hard time, backsliding a bit. And anyway, he goes to me, "Oh, hey, do you want to hang out and all this?" And I went, "Oh, yeah, sweet." And he wanted to hang out, and so I went round to his house, and anyway, he started doing drugs in front of me and all this. I think he just wanted to freak me out and see how far he had fallen away from God or whatever, trying to see if I would react. But I honestly felt like um, perfect grace over me. It was just, nothing could have worried me in the slightest in that state. I just was completely, utterly didn't care about if people could have been murdering people around me, and I would have been happy as Larry. I just didn't care. It was so bliss. Okay. So anyway, he was astonished, I guess, that I wasn't losing the plot, and so he said, "Do you want to come to a party tonight?" And I went, "Sure, why not? Let's go." So I ended up getting invited to a party, and anyway, we turn up and go inside, and everyone's just drinking hard out. And they were drinking, and now I used to drink before I was a Christian. I thought I was pretty, I used to drink and get drunk a lot. But these guys, they had devices for getting drunk. They had like funnels and tubes, and they were drinking from tubes and funnels, and they were just alcohol and just kegs, and it was just crazy drinking. Yeah. Anyway, I'm there, and it felt to me, okay, God was doing something real weird. It was really weird for me. It was one of the strangest things I've ever had. It was like I was encased in a bubble, okay, and this bubble was completely like perfect peace and grace. I actually felt so completely relaxed and like grace. It was just tangible around me like a bubble. It just felt like a bubble. That's all I can say. Anyway, I felt like I was in this bubble, in this room, and I was just happy and just so happy, even though I wasn't drinking or anything, and everyone else was drinking and getting wasted. And anyway, they said to me, "Are you like a drug dealer or something?" Because they just couldn't get me, and they said, "Are you a drug dealer?" And I said, "No." And they said, Are you a Christian?" It's pretty good, eh? They first ask you if you're a drug dealer, and then the next question is, "Are you a Christian?" So it's like, of course they're pretty close to, they're pretty close guesses. And I said, "Yeah, I'm a Christian," and they went, "Oh." Well, anyway, they're drinking, and next minute, next minute, um, some spiritual event happened. I my guess is, power on my laptop's just about to die, so I better plug it in. Anyway, my guess is, okay, it's a guess because very hard to know. Is don't die on me, laptop, don't die on me. Just give me a couple more minutes. Quickly. Sorry, my best. Yep. Anyway. I've got TVs everywhere. TV above me, TV in front of me. Yeah. Anyway, so something spiritual happened. It was very strange. It was like, my guess is it was an angel or something like that. Popped into the room. And it was so tangible. I could feel it. I was still in my grace bubble. I'll call it a grace bubble because I don't know what else it was. Anyway, I'm in this grace bubble, and I'm just so happy. I just, it was just sweet. And next minute, this boom! It was like such a powerful presence came in the room, and all the drunk people, there's about 30 of them, all just were utterly sobered up, like instant sober, and they were terrified, like seriously terrified. It was quite funny. I thought it was funny because I was in this grace bubble, so it didn't really matter. Anyway, they were terrified. They were really terrified, and they all came around and sat in like a big circle around me, and I'm just sitting there like, and just honestly, like full on frightened, like really seriously frightened. And they had gone from completely drunk party, we're off our face, to cold sober, like in a second. And they were going, "What's going on?" They were terrified. They were, what is happening?" And I said to them, "Oh, I think an angel just appeared." I think an angel just appeared in the room, just well, not appeared, but just arrived, and is over there. And I sort of knew where the angel was standing because I could feel it, and because it was quite powerful, they could feel it. Okay, come on, let's face it. If they could feel it, It was kind of grunty. And I said, it's sort of over there. And they were going, oh, and they believed me. They fully knew something was going on. They're saying, oh. And I said, do you want me to tell it to become visible so we can see it? And they were like, no, 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 we don't want to see it. I honestly, I was hoping it would go visible. I was thinking, shoot, I'd love to tell it to go visible so we could see it, because it would have been the buzz. But anyway, these guys were totally freaked, like scared out of their minds. They didn't want to see it. And I was thinking, why wouldn't you want to see an angel? It would be awesome. The angel probably wouldn't listen to me anyway if I asked it to go, so you could see it. Anyway, it just slipped out. Just said, do you want me to tell it to become visible so we can see it? And they were like, no, 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 no. Anyway, in the circle, no joke, from the person sitting next to me on the right, all the way around the circle, there's about 30 of them, there was heaps of them, they all asked me, every single one of them, one after another, how do I become saved? Like, that's what they asked me, how do I become saved? I'm like, what? Didn't you listen to the guy beside you? Anyway, I went round and got to a guy, and he says, oh, I used to be a Mormon. And I'm like, oh, what? I used to be a Mormon. Dude, get a real religion. Okay, anyway, I went round, and I was being nice. I was in a grace bubble. I really didn't. I was in a grace bubble, and honestly, it's like you don't really care about too much. You're having so much fun. You're on your own party trip, okay? You're really on your woohoo! It's all on, fun, fun, fun. And you aren't too worried, stressed about anything. But they said to me, if it wasn't you telling us about this, we wouldn't believe anyone else. And I'm thinking, it was quite weird. They didn't even know me never had met me, anything. Anyway, what they were sensing though from me was the presence of God around me, and they were believing everything I was telling them. So it was a really good night, interesting, and just wanted to encourage you Christians that if you ever have stuff like that, that is actually quite fun. Enjoy it. It hasn't happened to me very often, that one. It's happened, different things have happened to me, but that's one of the first big bubble experiences I've had where I've walked around in this sort of bubble and, angels obviously appearing and freaking everyone out, but not visibly appearing. Okay, don't get me wrong, but obviously enough for them to get scared out of their mind. Oh well, hope you enjoyed.